girls, I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. Today I'm going to talk about things that actually help you heal yourself. And I'm talking about self-love and so much more. So I hope that this video is going to be of help. So before we start diving into what can actually help heal yourself, and I'm going to be referencing other people's channels here on YouTube, as well as specific videos. But don't worry, all of those channels, as well as the specific videos I will be referencing, will be linked down below. And everything that I will be using for this video are free stuff here on YouTube, because I know that there are some people out there that cannot afford getting healing sessions that are paid, because some of them can be quite expensive. And if you are struggling financially, then it is something that can be quite hard. As someone that is struggling myself right now, those free stuff here on YouTube are really helpful. So before we start with what can actually help you heal yourself, I would like to make some pointers and disclaimers so that you can take the most out of this video. So there are two things that you should be aware of before we dive into what can actually help you. And the first thing that there is those things that I will be talking about are things that helped me personally on my journey to heal myself and to gain more self-love, more self-confidence, and so on and so forth. So everyone has an individual journey, and those are things that have helped me. And I am not sure if it's going to help you, because sometimes you don't vibe with the same person that I vibe with. So I hope that still this can give you some ideas to what to look out for here on YouTube. Maybe you do your own research and find the people that have done similar things that vibe with you more than anything. So yeah, and the second thing after this is, this should be an additional help for you. So if you are able and if you can afford it, do those things alongside therapy sessions, because it is important to have someone professional that can also help in different methods to unpack things from the past that need to be addressed. And having someone that is a professional can help a lot more than you think, because I've done everything here myself without any therapy session, and it takes a bit longer to heal. It's also kind of, you don't have really someone to talk about what you have been doing, what you have been unpacking, because I couldn't talk about those things with friends or family. So it kind of felt lonely. And if you are able to have counseling or therapy session where you can look at what needs to be addressed in a different way and add what I'm talking to it, I hope that your healing journey is lighter and a little bit more faster. There is also the thing that you need to be aware of, that healing takes time, so don't rush into things. Take your time, be kind to yourself, and things are going to work out. So let's get started with the main part of this video, where we are going to be talking step by step of the different things that I have used to heal myself. And I have said in the beginning of this video that all the channels and all the videos will be linked down below, but also the timestamps. So If you are looking for something specific, I hope that the timestamps that I'm going to offer in the description as well as in the pinned comment can be of help to navigate. Either I will be writing down the name of the video, the channel name, and in brackets kind of for what I have used this, so that you can more or less have an idea where to look for the specific thing that you want to heal and work on. So let's get started with the first thing that I personally started with healing myself is self-love. I'm not going to go much into detail why I needed self-love. Just know that I had big self-hatred towards myself. And in 2020, when I first met pick a card readings here on YouTube, the first channel that I discovered was Gem the Goddess and her pick a card readings. And in her pick a card readings, because I wanted to know, because all of us are interested in this topic about love, and when will I meet my person, or when will I have the next relationship, how it will be. And I was looking into that because I have been, at that time I was single for 6 years, I think, or 5. And so I wanted to know, right? And the group that I picked up was talking about healing and self-love. And then I went to, and I was flashed by all the information, because it was right. That was things that I was going through. And then I started watching more of her pick card readings. And always I got the group that talked about, yeah, when you work on your self-love, when you are doing your healing, that's when love will enter your life. And while I was scrolling through her channel to see what else she had, I saw this meditation video about attracting love, but also it could be used as attracting self-love and working subconsciously to increase our self-love. So this is the first thing that I'm going to be offering you, is the self-love meditation by Gem the Goddess. In her video in the beginning, you have the instructions where you should pay attention to. She says that it is best when you use that meditation through a longer period of time. She suggests 1 whole month. But if there are days that you forget to do them, don't worry about it. It's still going to work. If you can try to make it 30 days, even if there are some days in between that you forget and are not able to do, it will still work. So that's the first thing. Please pay attention to her instructions in the beginning of the videos, and after that the meditation is a guided meditation, so just listen and be present with what she is going to journey you through. And after you've done it the first time, you don't have to listen to the instructions anymore. You can just skip right to the point where the meditation starts. So for self-love, this is the video on self-guided meditation that I used twice. In 2020 I used it for the first time, and it really helped me. I started to find new things about myself that I loved, that I didn't before. And it's kind of like a slow process of discovering new things. And in when I'm filming this video, it's now 2026. It's 6 years now. I've done this meditation again because I needed it again, because there were still things that I am working through, and I thought, okay, I knew this video helped me back then, so I know that this is going to help me again, but for this different different, what is it, goal than before. It was not to get a relationship, but still healing my own self-love. And I think it's starting to show the results of what I have set my goal into. I'm still single, by the way. So really it needs time to heal, and also a relationship to build is also not that easy. But that's beside the point. Now to the next thing that I'm going to offer you to will be of how most of the time we have little resentments or little grudges towards ourselves or even towards other people. And while I was in 2020, also 2021, in my really big era of healing and really trying different things out, I found this video by coincidence in a way, because I was looking for something that could help me forgive people that have hurt me in the past, but also forgiving myself. And I found this guided meditation for forgiveness. But there's a little warning that I'm going to give you. This video is not only for forgiveness towards yourself and someone else, but it also kind of leads to a spiritual awakening. So if you are not ready to get a spiritual awakening out of nowhere, because when I did this video, I only read the part of the title that said forgiveness. I didn't read what was afterwards. I also have to say that my English competence back then was not as good as it was now. So I didn't see the part of the spiritual awakening. So I did this guided meditation a few times, and out of nowhere I had a dream where my guides came and said to me that now I'm spiritually awakened. After that, yeah, when it comes to spiritual awakening, there are a lot of heavy things and things that we have to go through. The old me kind of died, and I had to find my new self, and it's constantly a transformation that started. So just be aware that this video can trigger spiritual awakening, and if you are not ready, then I would not suggest this specific video, and I would suggest you search a different guided meditation video that is about forgiveness. But yeah, this is a guided meditation that was guided by Kenneth. I hope I pronounced the name correctly, because it has been some time. Kenneth Soares. The meditation is in English. It's not a long one. You first kind of enter the part of the spiritual awakening, and afterwards you have the part of the forgiveness towards others and yourself. So yeah, this is the other guided meditation that I found the most helpful to for forgiveness. If I can just add something to the forgiveness that is not part of the guided meditation, is if you are having a hard time forgiving yourself or forgiving someone else, it's not about forgetting what they have done, it's just about forgiving so that your heart can rest easy and you can put it to rest and not really live through all those things again and again, because that can hold you back. And if you are having a hard time, something that I found really helpful, that I don't remember where I've heard it before, I think it was Rebecca Campbell that said it, but if you have a hard time forgiving someone, imagine them or yourself, if it's forgiving yourself, imagine them as little children. little innocent children that didn't know better what they were doing and saying that hurt you, because we now as adults, we see children do things that we think, why did you do that? But we can't be mad at them because they didn't know that this was something that they shouldn't do, because no one has said to them that before. So if it is of help, just imagine yourself or the other person as a child standing in front of you with innocence in their eyes, with not knowing what they were doing, and forgive them there in this little space. So on to the third thing. This is not a specific video. This was someone that taught that. I found her through her tarot readings. She does her readings. I don't know if she still has them, but back then when I found her, she had multiple channels. One where she did pick a card readings in Spanish, another channel where she did her pick a card readings in English, and then she had also some channels that were for healing, meditation, and so on. I'm not sure if she still has those. But back then she was, her English channel was called Anna Robertson Angel Whisperer. But afterwards I still saw this change myself. She went to the Star Priestess Tarot. I'm not sure if she still has that name, but I will find her channel and link it down below, the English one. Because her Spanish one should be linked in her English channel as well. So if you are Spanish speaking and Spanish is your native language, maybe her Spanish channel would be more helpful to you, more at home and more at ease, because it's her native language as well. But what she taught us once, for healing the inner child, because there were times, in my case, and maybe in your case as well, when I was a child, I was crying because something hurt me, something was not going the way I wanted, but I didn't have the support of someone that was able to hold me and to reassure me. So those wounds were still there, and what she taught was doing kind of a meditation on your own, where you sit in a quiet place or lie down. I like to do meditations while lying. There is the chance that you can fall asleep, so if you fall asleep really easily, if you just lay down, then maybe do it while sitting. So to know the steps that you should go, you take some deep breaths and think of a time where you remember when you were hurt, when you were crying, when there was no one there holding you and reassuring you. Imagine that time. Imagine yourself, your little self, your younger self in this moment, in this place, and where are they? What is around them? If you can, the more details can be helpful for some. For others, the feeling that you had back then may be the best way to connect to that time period in the past. And then you imagine yourself now as an adult, going towards your younger self, towards your inner child. And you can embrace them, you can hug them, you can then say to them and reassure them that everything's going to be alright, that they are not alone, that things will get better in the future. Maybe, because in my case, a little trigger warning. I was bullied when I was a child, so I would go back to the past, or when I was crying alone and I didn't have anyone in school to reassure me. I would say to my younger self that this happened for a reason. It may not make sense now now that they are younger, but when they are an adult, it will make sense why they had to go through this. In my case, because of what I have experienced from the bullying, I've learned to be more compassionate and more empathic towards others, and I know and learned also that words can hurt others, especially if it's something that is being said repeatedly over and over a certain time period. So that's what I said to my younger self. And you may have something completely else that you need to address. So say to your younger self what you would have wanted to hear from an adult when you were going through that thing. And it's kind of amazing because time is not really real, and it does not work like we think it is. We think, yeah, past is in the past, present, and the future is somewhere. But things, for me personally, I think that everything is happening at the same time. So there is a version of yourself, a younger you, that is currently going through that pain and is alone. So when you do this meditation, in a way, you are going back into the past and heal a little bit of that wound. And when you come back to the present, what has happened then is not going to affect you as strongly as it did before. You can do this multiple times if you need it, until you have really closed that wound and that the scar that was left. So I will be linking down her tarot channel of Anna Robertson, because she is also a healer and has a lot of things. So maybe there are some other methods to healing that I don't know myself, because I stopped watching her after her readings didn't resonate with me anymore, because time passed, I moved on. I've learned all I needed to heal myself from her. So I hope that she can be of help to you as well. So then to the next thing that I'm going to be talking about is what helped me as well is Reiki healing. I am a Reiki practitioner, master teacher myself, and I can do Reiki on myself now. But back then, I couldn't do it. So I had this channel that helped me with different things, because I did different Reiki healing session from her channel. So there were different subjects that I gone through, some more than once. Others were kind of topic that were repeated but done in a different way. And this helped me heal some things. It went from chakra healing to cutting cords with people that were draining myself, to enforcing boundaries, to also cutting off limiting beliefs. There were a lot of things, and in my case, for example, one of the limiting beliefs that I can give you, there were things that were tied to financial things. So her channel has a lot of things. I will be drinking some water right now because my throat is getting dry, and I will tell you who this person is. Just hold on a minute. So the Reiki practitioner, master teacher that I have used her videos to help me is by Loon Innate. She does ASMR Reiki healing sessions, as well as other things that are able to help you relax. And I've done a lot of her videos. I watched a lot of her ASMR Reiki session videos, her old ones, her new ones, and it really helped me. I really connected well with her energy and her way of doing things. But if she is someone that does not work for you because you don't like ASMR or something like that, there are so many other Reiki practitioners here on YouTube. So if you are searching for something, maybe that can help you, because Reiki, as a practitioner myself, I can talk about that because I have knowledge. Reiki doesn't just help with energy healing, like it works through so many things and layers. It helps with your physical body when there's something stuck in your physical body, pain that may have come from suppressed emotions from way back in the past, where it was not safe for you to express those emotions and feelings. So it can help with that physical, with emotional things. It can help with mental things because I have used it for some limiting beliefs, and those are things of the mind. So it helps with the mind, and it also helps with your spiritual body. So it helps you with the four bodies that you have: your physical, your emotional, your mind, and your spiritual. So I personally would really recommend for you to do Reiki sessions. If it's not by Loon Innate, you can search for someone else on YouTube. I personally have some Reiki sessions. The ones that I have are for the 7 chakras. There is one for all 7, and then there are 7 videos that focuses on each chakra for 5 minutes. So because I know that people don't have time, and so I did a short version that you could squeeze into your day. My Reiki sessions are not ASMR, so you will hear some music playing, probably me playing on my guitar. But yeah, and in the future I will post more Reiki videos, not as much as Loon Innate has, but maybe if you like me and my way of doing things, maybe you can look forward to what's coming next. Just a shameless self-plug. I'm sorry, but yeah, then yeah, Reiki healing for whatever you wanna focus. I'm sure you will find something on YouTube. Okay, to the next one. This is now kind of different because it's not really a video or place where you can really focus on healing something. I used her podcast more to recognize some limiting beliefs that I had in common with her, because she talked about that and how she dealt with it. Um, and while I was listening, I was kind of doing self-reflection in myself, because I was recognizing those things within myself, and recognition is the first step into healing. So I hope that her podcast can be of help. She changed the name of the podcast multiple times, and I unfortunately have forgotten to write down the current name, but I'm sure you will be able to find her easily, because she has also a tarot channel where she is now uploading tarot reading videos whenever she wants to. Her main focus now is her podcast, but she has done tarot readings in the past before really consistently, so she has kind of a lot to look for. So her name is Chloe Taylor. She is the person that has really the coziest channel, and if you love fall or autumn, then maybe she is the person for you, because she loves this season herself, and she made some very often themed pick a card readings around fall and autumn, and it's really relaxing as well. And she has a podcast where she really talked about everything, about witchcraft, about self-limiting beliefs, healing, financial stuff, how to be a creator yourself, that, and so on and so forth. And I really listened to so many episodes of her podcast, and through what she went through, I recognized my own limiting beliefs that I had, and I could focus on where it came from, and also a kind of healing those things. And so maybe you have something in common with her, and while you're listening to her podcast, be aware if it's familiar, if you see that you yourself kind of has the same limiting beliefs. So yeah, recognizing your own self-limiting beliefs is the first step into healing. So I hope that this can help you. So, and the last thing that I have for you is something that I personally found out myself. If there is someone else that did this before me, then it was not intentional. But I made a video about it myself that is on my channel, and I will link this as well. I've done this at a time where I was going through a really hard time with my mind and my mindset. I was really pessimistic and really down in the dumps. And I kind of, in that moment when I was going through this, I had already done some healing work, and it was already past to 2020. It was somewhere in between, I think. Around the time I did this video is when I was going through this period of time where my mind was really negative and in dark places. And there was a point in time where I was fed up with it, because I didn't know what to do anymore. I thought that I was already healed, because I've done so much things to healing, but it's really there when I really realized that healing is not linear, and that you will have times where you fall back into the same pattern again, because you are now healing it on a deeper level, and deeper and deeper. But it's going to be easier to heal because you have now, before, well, back then I had more knowledge and knew what I could do. It kind of felt not right. So I was fed up with me being moppy and moody. So I picked a paper, like, it was like double the size of this one here. And I went on Google and I wrote affirmations, positive affirmations, positive encouraging quotes, and I started to search for things that I thought would be most helpful to myself. Put them together, printed it out, cut them off, and glued it on the paper that was like twice the size. On my video, I will explain it a little bit more in depth. But I made a positivity board where I would, after I was done with everything, I put it on my wall where I would see it every day. And every day I would look to it, I would read it, what was there, what was written either out loud or in my mind. And I had it for a long time on my wall until I thought, okay, now I don't need this anymore, and I took it down. So this is going to be my video and my thing that I am giving to you, and in hopes that it can help you navigate through whatever hard time you are going through. And yeah, with that we covered everything. These are all things that I have used that helped me through my own healing journey. Everything that I gave you are things that are for free. Each individual has, of course, their own platform where they do paid readings or paid healing sessions. Not everyone, but most of them have them. So if you want to support them after you used the free stuff, you can do that. That's up to you and how your financial situation is. And yeah, I hope that this video was of help. Please, when you are doing those things yourself and you are embarking on your healing journey, please take time. Don't rush things. It will take longer or shorter depending on exactly what you are healing. Don't push yourself. Please be kind to yourself and take care. And I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.